I feel like I'm going through quite a bit of torment. I am helping people who are going through some excruciating experiences, and some of them are children, and I'm not really a parent, and I'm also not a psychiatrist, and people are trusting in me to know select information and to hold space, and I'm grateful for all the lessons and the work that I'm getting to do. But at the same time, it's very, 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 very draining and strenuous, and it's what I call seva. It's selfless service. I get, in some levels, I get nothing out of it other than wisdom and strength, and being able to reflect on the opposite side of my actions, seeing how other people live and experience their experience and how they get by. And some levels I'm pained, because I love and care for people so much that their pains become my pains. And I wish that there was more that I could do other than hold space. Silence is the perfect language. Creator who has made you will take care of you. I'm so exhausted at this point, and I'm carrying all of this weight. I'm learning a lot of things the hard way, and a lot of lessons that I feel like I thought I've learned already that I'm relearning. And it's painful for me. It's painful because I'm having to break my comfort zones and react in new ways. There was a lot of times where I just wouldn't say anything and would be secretive. And now I'm witnessing this presence within myself. Noticing my addiction to sugar and things like that, coffee, mainly sugar, things that, lift the spirit. It could be breads, potatoes, food. Using food as a mood enhancer. And I'm attempting to switch to exercise. There are some exercises that are most enjoyable for me. Including swimming. I feel like I'm squaring up with people too. Communicating things. I'd like to say taking care of past karmas. Sending prayers of thanks. Thank you for all the lessons from this day and all of the opportunities and all of the blessings from this day. Thank you for the food I was granted and all the ways that I was taken care of today. I'm praying for those that I am working with, for the things that are outside of my control. And boy, is it not easy. For I see myself in all of you. And still, I'm discovering sacred space. And I'm learning that everyone is simply a child. And I have to teach these things that I have learned the hard way, and to distill them and put them in the most simplistic of ways, so that way you can absorb them and have great generosity or prosperity. My eyes are getting so heavy. I am so beat to the pulp. most pleased, though. I need to start taking better care of myself, and I need to disconnect and stop prioritizing taking care of other people before myself. I have made a lot of excuses, saying things like taking care of other people is how I heal myself, and what I could call BS narratives. Doing things that don't really make me happy. Noticing these temptations, these behaviors, like wanting to eat at places that I know do not have my best interest. Major corporations that put chemicals in the food that makes them addictive. I love to learn to eat off of the land. Need to make better plans. Need to have better communications. Need to pay more attention. Need to pay more hours to myself, more investment in my education, my yoga practice. I always learn the same lesson. I do this all the time. I really do learn this lesson all the time. And I kind of get depressed. I get depressed every time I'm doing something that I know I shouldn't be doing. Like, part of me knows I shouldn't have been dilly-daddling today, and that I should have been focusing. However, I had a lot of fun today, and I laughed, and, you know, I held space, and I learned, and I feel like I helped people. So I just have to be patient in my process and understand that this is all part of it. I'm still experiencing self-hatred, you know, because there's still things about me, I guess, that I'd like to change. However, but first I must accept what is as is and recognize that I am this way. I mean, there's some things that I know about me, but I keep forgetting, like my sugar addiction. And one thing that's happening today is I'm noticing a sound with my car, so I feel like I'm kind of enchanting that. Like, my intuition has kind of been telling me that about my car, and I've been worrying. So I'd definitely be interested in saving up for that. And that's definitely what I'm doing. So if you'd like to help with my goal, more power to you. However, I understand not everyone is emotionally available that way, or financially, or I would say emotionally, because I'm thinking, like, I wanted to originally say not everyone's heart is open like that. But some people are kind of stingy and only think about their life as their wallet. You know, they don't really value anything else other than monetary, material things. So that's sad, you know. Oh, my bad. But yeah, I'd love to manifest another vehicle. If this one turns to caca, I heard it might be the timing belt, and if it's the timing belt, I heard that's $900. So that'd be real fun. Maybe you hear my car now making those noises. That's sad. I believe I talked to my friend Confucius, and I think we're going to take care of that on Friday and look into that a little bit more. I've been doing oil changes and everything else I'm supposed to do. Yeah, man, I'm kind of just putting out all this energy to the universe, and we'll see what happens, you know. I'm kind of surrendering. I need to keep praying. I need to keep putting in more energy and being more mindful, and I keep needing to be more dedicated to my practices. I need to be more honest with myself and others. And it's humiliating. It's kind of humiliating having to admit your addictions or your downfalls and your failures, or places where you keep making boo-boos, or, doing things that you probably shouldn't be doing and then doing them anyway, or like eating something bad that you shouldn't be eating. Stuff like that, you know what I mean? It's sad. But it's beautiful at the same time, so please be patient with yourselves and your process. Things don't get perfected overnight. Raise your conscious awareness. Hug one another. Don't be shy to show love. We're growing up in such a wild world. I think I'd like to come live soon and spend some time with you and offer some free stuff. That's what I'm kind of guided to do. And then, by doing that, if you want to send donations, more power to you. It's just, I'm done, begging you to feed me. And I'm trusting in the process. And I admit that there's sacred fear there. Sacred gift of fear, showing me the truth and where to go next. I have so much passion, I can't deny it. I have so much love, and I'm not going to be fully happy unless I get to fully do the things that I want to do. I'm kind of shy. I'm so shy. Yet I'm so blessed. I love you. Thank you so much for spending your time with me and for listening to me and being my friend and helping me exist and eat and participating in my experience. You have no idea how much it actually affects me whether you talk to me or not. So I'm glad. I know a lot of you feel uncomfortable with sending and participating in that, especially with the visual imagery and words that I have shared and expressed before in past video circumstances that may have totally trolled your mind. With its intention, to be quite frank with you, it made me want to make you question everything, and I'm glad. If I have planted that seed, though at the same time, do not turn against me and see the me inside of you. And love me. Even the parts you don't like about yourself. Learn with me, grow with me. Send me hugs and love. Yet give me the freedom to fly and do as my soul chooses and not hold me down to the confines of the areas that only you wish to remain. Only few of you can keep up on my astral plane as I attempt to transmit this message to you. I'm sending you all hugs, love, and compassion, though at the same time I'm completely setting you free to do as you choose. And some of you have chosen to create destruction and self-harm, though I have chosen to not participate in such sadistic rituals any longer. I will not promote violence anymore or fear. Or manipulation, and even the manipulation of sexual energy. And I hope you know about sex magic and how that can be an occult ritual, and how a lot of people are basically utilizing sex without coming from a place of love. It's just self-gratification and no attachment, no care, no consideration to the other person's emotional well-being, which at times can be okay with consent, though at the same time there are people that give that consent unconsciously, if that makes sense. It's really harmful, it's kind of wild, as I mentioned earlier, I was speaking to an 11-year-old, a child, and this child is already imagining sexual experiences. And it makes me just be amazed at the society that we live in and the conditioning and exactly how things are just overlooked. It's just becoming normalized, socially acceptable. I apologize. As I stated before, I'm extremely drained and I'm starving at this point. And I'm going to nurture my emotional body with food such as yogurt, almond butter, and whatever else I could possibly find in my home. I do plan on partaking in a class tomorrow. I'm very thankful for my experiences so far. Thank you so much. This class is supposed to be on channeling. I'm not sure if filming will be allowed. Whatever I'm allowed to share with you, I will. I'm so glad to be a teacher here for you and holding all of this space. And thanks to all of you holding all this space. I'm just a human too in this life. I'm learning, having to be around a lot of different things that aren't so pleasant. I'm sure there's a lot of you have seen a lot of really crazy things in your life, and maybe some of you are new souls and you haven't necessarily been tainted by the experiences of life. Though, please do not allow your heart to turn hard and cold and distant and mean and closed, and remain open to new experiences and change, and attempt not to control. Release your judgment and quiet your inner narrative and just witness. High five to all of you that are keeping up the program. Shout out to those of you who are teaching me things. Shout out those of you who are part of the reason that I'm able to eat and keep a roof over my head and my cat's head and follow my dreams. Thank you those of you who aren't conditional lovers. There's some people who are conditionally loving, meaning like, I love you if you love me, or I will love you if you will be with me, and there's some people that really, really love me and will let me be with whoever I choose to be with. And I have a man that I have fallen so heavily in love with, there's nothing else that's going to bring me joy than to be with this person. And honestly, that may break a lot of hearts, and I apologize. I do greatly, greatly, greatly apologize for your illusion to be shattered of the narrative of the expectation of me. However, I love you, those of you who accept me and want me to be happy and genuinely, truly set me free and hold that space for me. And those of you that pray for me to have access to those levels of happiness that really, 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 really create just tremendous, beautiful things that just bring such joy to this planet. Allow me to continue to plant the seeds. And please, I hope you plant your seeds as well and share yourself and just simply be yourself, be your authentic self and hold nothing back. Be truthful with yourself and others. I know we are in a completely new age and there's all these shady things going on, but that doesn't mean we have to be like that. We can still remember the ways of our ancestors and the ways that things were. We are conscious as a collective on what is best for all of us. I love you all so much. And I know that my actions, the way that I treat myself, shows that I don't really love me. So I need to stop self-destructing with what makes me feel good. My addictions to sugar and instant gratification. So bear with me as I make this transition. And if you have any recommendations that could help my journey, please let me know things that bring you great happiness. Please feel free to share with me things that, you think might serve the world good, or maybe you have some hateful words you need to get off your chest, so I feel you on that too. So take your time, take it easy, have love, respect, and compassion. Take care of yourselves. Jai Bhagwan.